Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. Yesterday we talked about Great British Pound, and actually it shows a really interesting performance, which has a lot of common things with euro currency, but still they stand a bit different. So I would say that euro is a bit lagging behind the cable. It's just because if we have the cable right there, the confluence and the daily overbought, euro currency actually is not enough power to reach it. Despite that, recently we've got finally more or less significant upward action that we haven't seen probably since the March. So where we see this some kind of the action, right? So this rally here tells that maybe market could try to show the proper reaction on that weekly oversold area and completion of the major monthly 104.30 target. So maybe response will be more or less moderate. We at least could get some compounding retracement. At least we will keep an eye on this. Returning back to a performance of the cable that we discussed recently, in general, our market is completing the setup that we discussed. It was slightly higher, it has climbed above this area, slightly above the XOP, but in general it keeps well our confidence resistance. So our suggestion to place stops about the confidence was proper. And now we consider market turning down, forming here as a bearish reversal bar. It's maybe a retracement will happen, but in this case, probably we should not wait for a right arm bottom right there. So it probably should be higher. Just keep an eye on the way on retracement. Maybe we get clear ABCD pattern or something of that sort. That's in general, it doesn't change our direct plan when we said this after this rally, waiting for a pullback, and you could try and take the position of this possible upward continuation. So mostly here is the same. We have the same things, approximately the same stuff we have on the euro, but you can see the performance is a bit weaker. Yes, we have the divergence here as well. Market has completed our major 1618 extension, which is a butterfly, so everything stands really not bad. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, here's a very important moment. Maybe you haven't paid attention to that, but if you guys plan to take the position after some completion of some target, some pattern, and you do not know, and the market is just showing no patterns at the bottom, keep an eye on this type of a performance. So take a look, market has formed the washing rinse, minor washing rinse has been formed here, and then close above the top of the previous candle, forming reversal bar. This was great one single candle signal for possible position taking. At least this bar you could use for short-term trading. It could be very helpful when you do not have clear reversal patterns on the bottom and do not know the moment where to take the position. And you will see, if you will see this kind of performance, that might be used as a background for position taking. Now, as you can see, this upward action market hits first resistance area, actually 105.73. Now it turns a retracement. As on the cable, we're just watching for strong support areas where we could consider taking the long position. So on the hourly chart, we have two levels. Since this is first bounce up, we probably should ignore the first levels, 105.13, and to keep an eye on the 104.80 by the few reasons. First of all, this is confluence, and on the 4-hour time frame chart, it seems that it will be kind of the brand body trade. So it's not very solid, significant thrust, but in general, we could treat it as a thrusting action because it has minimum requirement number of candles, and reaching of the 30% support might start working as brand bottom, which tells us that it also might be an area where a market could start upward action. So we should not ignore it. At least the pullback from this level might happen. Besides, if we take a look at these lows, they also stands around 104.70. close was 104.85, so it agrees approximately in harmony with this support area. So speaking now performance of this pattern that we discussed in the weekend, treating as a double bottom or double repo, well guys, I just leave this on your judgment. So whether we could speak about the double repo pattern or not, but overall performance was the same as it happens usually with the double repo, including the wash and rinse. Market here was not able to reach the 30% level. So if it was the double repo, it has worked really nice. Take a look right now on the top, we have another one, but in the downside direction. So it's also double repo and now it's starting developing. So also finally, take a look what we said about the XOP. It's also important if market has formed a wash and rinse on a significant support area of these lows, right? And you still have uncompleted XOP or some other extension when the wash and rinse already is done and it hasn't reached the target. It means for a short-term bounce, market probably ignores the XOP. That's what we said in the weekly report, and that has happened. So you can see with this wash and rinse, market was not able to reach the XOP, and nevertheless, upward action starts. It might be completed, but when all this stuff will be over, and if this ABC pattern still be valid, it could, when it starts continuation, some downward action later, it could complete it. But for short-term purposes, that's important moment that you also could keep an eye on, and to not escape the confusing when you have the uncompleted target, but you have the wash and rinse. So that being said, on the euro currency, we're just watching for this area, maybe that area. So there's two levels to watch for possible long entry. Just keep an eye on the shape of the retracement, trying to find some agreements. Maybe if the ABC pattern will be formed here, it also might be helpful. So the same story actually in the gold market and on cable as well.